Hey guys, Sausage here, and welcome back to Loadout Hints and Tips. Today we will be covering the Pulse chassis. Right, what can I tell you about this? Previously, in the other ones, if you've been watching, you probably would have already got a couple of clues as to what this is all about. This is the most powerful, bar the launcher, weapon in the game. Only because of that it suffers with your accuracy. So your hip accuracy is only 68% and aiming is 84%. And it's not a very stable weapon. Those of you who have never seen what this is and are looking to try Loadout, it's pretty much like the rifle, only you shoot spiky balls. They look like landmines that you... Sorry, not landmines. Mines you can get in the oceans. So, like that. Like these things. It will shoot these things. I don't know why they call it Pulse. I have no idea on that. But as you can see, it's an extremely powerful gun. It can easily take down opponents. If you're accurate with it, it can easily take down opponents quite quickly. So yeah, if you're one of these people that likes to get rid of someone who's annoying you very fast and you like to run in, I would advise these more close range than long range. So sort of close to medium range, I'd recommend these. So if you're one of those folks that like to rush the enemy, highly recommend going with Pulse because you can wipe them off the map before they even knew what hit them. I use this as my primary weapon, and I use a launcher as a secondary weapon. Primary weapon, this has seen me through a hammer, capture the hammer match, and I have had a kill streak of 10, and I wasn't killed once the entire match. And that's not normal for me, because I'm terrible at games. Okay, so on to the parts. The barrels, you have pretty much the same as the rifle. There's not that much difference between any of them, only they'll do exactly the same graphically wise as they will do on the rifle. So if you're one of the rifle folk, you'll know exactly what these will do. So Gatling will be like an extremely higher rate of fire, but you suffer with your damage and everything else drops dramatically. Light assault, scatter is for a shotgun. Sniper does exactly as it says, it snipes. Wide scatter again, sprays everywhere. I'll show you that one on this because it's quite hilarious. So it does this. So for hip accuracy, it'll just cover them in mines, look. Now you might suddenly think it's not very powerful. That's because I still have it on like full auto. So if you're going to go for a shotgun, again go for shell loading because it bumps the damage up, and go for semi-auto. Okay, I also recommend bouncy. Now you don't really need standard, in my opinion. There's no difference between either of these, and if you don't hit the target, it will bounce, and if you're in a tight spot, the chances are you'll hit someone else. So for example, look, the shots bounce everywhere. Now to give you a demonstration of why you should have shell. Close range, 2 shots, they're dead. Okay, so for example, if an enemy is already on half health and they're trying to rush you, so this would be the enemy that's trying to rush you. He's trying to be clever. You just wipe him straight off the map. Problem solved. Now, I will show you the build that I currently use. It has served me very well. All you need is that. That is literally the build that I use. Actually, no, to lie, I use the laser guidance system. There we go. That is the build that I use. Just the laser guidance system, and the Gatling and bounce, I believe, is all I change. This is why I use it. The laser guidance system will aim your shots very slowly mid-air to the target. So as long as I don't miss, if I didn't miss those, I can kill 3 people in 1 magazine full. So if I try not to miss and take it slow, just to show you, obviously that would be on a good day. So that's 1 down. Okay, so I have 16 shots left to take out someone else. Sorry, it's you. There you go. I'm left with 1. So on a good day I can take 3 people out in 1 magazine, which is just fantastic. So that's the build that I use. Now on to the payloads. I'll go for the payloads. Tesla will do exactly the same as every other Tesla gun that we've all covered previously. It punishes those with shields and its good arcing effect. allows it to attack more than one enemy, very AoE based. On the pulse, however, it does this. Shoots giant balls of lightning. That's what that's for. If you're going to use pulse weapons, I personally would prefer... Ooh, wrong one. I always get this mixed up. I personally prefer Slug. Tesla and Pyro, not a fan of on the pulse weapon. I gave them a try, I just couldn't get on with them. But yeah, everyone's different. Everyone has their own unique build. This is what's fantastic about this game and what I love. You can make your own weapons and toy around with them, and if you don't like them, you can swap them up. And even in the match, if you lose, you still get about 500 blutes. That's what I'm getting at my level, so it still stacks them up, so you can toy around with loads of ideas until you find something that works, which is brilliant. Okay, I'll show you the Pyro. Now, one thing I do say, this looks badass. Now, Pyro does practically minimum damage with this. As you can see, it will take a fair while to kill someone on full health. Now, even if I get them down to half like that and then leave them, I believe the fire doesn't continue for that long. Might be wrong, no. So, I think it's more burn, this. Oh, there. So if you hit them once, it'll catch on fire slightly and then it'll go off. So you have to really concentrate your flames on them for it to do any major damage, and this isn't a very accurate weapon, so trying to do that is going to be impossible. So if you're going to use fire, I would recommend shotgun. Purely because you can then blast them with a ton of fire and the burn will kill them. Although the reload is godly slow. But yes, so there's that. There is obviously health. Health I have not actually covered on this myself. As you can see, I haven't bought it. But I shall show you what the health one does anyway. I try and keep it on the basics just in case you only buy the payloads. Okay, so health. Oh, it's semi-auto. Oh, crumbs. You don't have semi-auto. There we go. Let's try here. No, full auto. It does heal them quite well. If you're a good aim, it can be a good healing and effective weapon, especially if you're bouncing in a small area. I think it just shoots like little canisters of goo. So yeah, if you're a really good aim, or even if you're not, it's good for, that's more concentrated. It's good for like closed areas, put my teeth in, where it can bounce off of walls. However, I did try this, and this was awesome. Go for a shotgun. If you're in a very enclosed game like Blitz, or if you're trying to protect someone who has a hammer, get close to them. Bam. Bam. 2 shots, they're fully healed, and you've got about just over half of overheal. Close range, you can almost heal them in 1 shot. Just about. So yeah, that's that. There is obviously also the juice, which again just buffs yourself and the teammates, granting them extra strength and speed. Now your magazines, as you've probably seen so far, you've got shell load, high capacity and bolt action. Triggers, the charge trigger is one of those confusing ones. I don't really know what it's used for. I'm going to hazard a guess, you can only really use it in healing. So if I go for a standard, I'll show you what the charge trigger does. So it's kind of like the salvo from, if you remember way back on the Rocket video if you've been watching them all. You charge it up, and then you release it, and it just shoots a whole lot off in one go. I guess it's only really to be used with this. I'm going to say it'd probably even go for a sniper one, so I don't have the optical zoom, but I can test it. Let's go for shell load, because I don't have bolt action. So if you want to go for one of these sorts of things, you'd charge your shot up, and then boop, 50. Charge your shot up, and boop. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think it would be, but again, we all know people are more like this, and try and hit a moving target, unless you're pro, which I actually hit, which is a huge surprise considering I'm not good at sniping. So yeah, unless you're a pro, you tend to miss, and that actually looks like a cool weapon. I like the green. Does it look the same when I do that? Oh no. Oh my. Yes, I like! Let's give this a go. Right. Oh my god, this takes a while. Burn. Only 18, but how much burn do you get? 3s and 4s. Not too bad. So if you do hit the target with that, that'll be how much health you take off. Nice, very nice. Okay, now, considering I've almost pretty much finished this, this is a very powerful weapon. This, very powerful. I really do love it. A lot of people, a lot of guides I've seen say, concentrate on one weapon, concentrate on one weapon. Yes and no. Yes, it's a very good idea because you can buy more parts, meaning you can make your gun more powerful and everything, and you can buy more payloads for different situations. So for example, that would be great for Blitz. That, again, would be also great for Blitz because they pass fire onto each other and everything. Also, I wouldn't recommend concentrating on just one weapon because otherwise you'll have lots of parts for just the one weapon. So for example, both of my weapons would be pulse weapons. Now, yeah, okay, if you're a huge fan of pulse, knock yourself out. But I like to be in shooters where I have two weapons for different situations. So, I will show you my loadout. Which is this guy, the brick. Yes, he's battered and everything. He has that, the shredder, and he has the clusterfucker, which is just, yeah, my awesome launcher. So, I'll show you what they do. There. Obviously, considering it's a pulse one, so this is the perfect example here, right? I only paid for this, this, and this. And this has gotten me very far into the game. So I spent less blutes doing this than I did on getting me this one. I had to buy fire, I had to buy agile, I had to buy sticky, proximity, I believe I had to buy flak because it was a long time ago, I can't remember, hexabarrel, yes, laser guidance, yes, practically everything except the full trigger on here has been bought with blutes to make this awesome. I'll give you a demonstration in case you're curious as to what it does. It's pretty much, it's just a mine gun that does that. So if you're playing, yeah, I can't put my words in. If you're playing Capture the Hammer, you can literally litter the wall like that. Any person who comes to Capture the Hammer gets blasted and then is caught on fire and they're running away burning to death, which gives your teammates a chance to take off their remaining HP, provided they didn't pick up any health on the way. So that's why I like that. It's also really handy if you just want to blast the whole people that decided to bunch together. This one is to pick people off single target. So, you see what I'm saying? Spend a little bit of blutes in another weapon type to get yourself a second weapon. This is awesome. I cannot fault this gun. Look, it's just, and it's just, yeah, it just blows my mind away. And if you get headshot, thank you, even faster. So that's the point, and it's a fairly decent reloading time. So I do that, I hit reload, I roll, by the time I've done my jump, I'm back out. There you go. I can't really fault that. I also use shield because I'm not one of these people that likes to get shot to death, so yeah. Shield is much nicer to keep me alive longer. Yeah, don't last very long. But yeah, pulse weapons on the whole, a really powerful weapon. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're one of these people that like to run in, get there in the middle of a scrum, go ahead. This is for more people that like to be up close and personal. I wouldn't really recommend this long range. I will show you why. The only one I would recommend is sniper if you're going long range, but we'll go with my build. I'll show you why I don't recommend my build long range. Laser guidance would work very well, but long range, yes, it can take them away. Hang on, it's a really bad example to show you with the laser guidance. Iron sights. Say you don't have laser guidance. That is what you can expect, sort of long range. Extreme long range, all the way back here. Now, I'm going to have to stand on something to get some height. Okay, extreme long range. Oh, forgot to reload. There. That is what you will expect. Your shots will be inaccurate. If they're a sniper, you're dead, because you're stood still. You have to stand. Hit fire, forget it. You can practically almost miss them completely, look. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Long range, if you want to do long range with this, seriously, laser guidance system. It shoots where you're aiming. And there's targets that are standing still. Let's show you one that's moving. So you can still get them, you see. By the time he's on his way back. There you go. He's dead. And all those shots are bouncing everywhere. Let's Try this guy. The trick here is to aim just before them. There you go. So there you go, pulse weapons, an absolutely amazing set of weapons. I love this. The next few videos are just going to be potentially hints and tips as to certain weapon types I've been fooling around with. So if I want to try and make a heat-seeking missile, or I want to try and do my best to mimic a flamethrower, or some best Tesla weapons, in my opinion, that's what you'll be expecting in the next few videos. So other than that, I hope all of these tutorials have been useful to you if you've been watching them. Take care guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.